Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, A Little Geek, A Little Chic. Today, I have a stack. We're going to do a book haul. Grab a beverage of choice, and let's get started. Okay, I have a stack. I'm going to go through it quickly because I just filmed the TBR jar picks my books for April, and I am tired from our trip to Toronto, and I'm just wanting to chill out, read a book today. It is my birthday. It was yesterday. When I'm filming this, it was yesterday. But we have some stuff to do today still for my birthday because we didn't get to do all of it yesterday. And I have an important meeting tonight, so let's get in the books. Started off, I got the fourth book in the Spy Family manga. I read the first book last month, fell in love with this. It was hard to get used to reading backwards and on the opposite sides, but I enjoyed this so thoroughly that I want to get into the next one right away, and it didn't come up in my TBR picks, but that's okay. This is the next book, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. Then I have a pre-order, Scythe and Sparrow. If you know, you know. Butcher and Blackbird, one of my favorite romances. Super dark, super crazy, amazing, fantastic. Murder and mayhem and love, potentially. And I'm here for this. This one follows the third brother, the doctor, and the motorcycle lady, Rose, I believe her name is. And we get to find out their story. Love Rose. Can't wait to hear about that. Then I was at HomeSense with a friend of mine, and I found the third book in Lucy Score's little cozy mystery kind of series that she wrote. So I picked this one up because I have the first two, and it's cheap. You guys get it for $7. You snap that up. Haven't seen it at any of the bookstores recently, so got that one for cheap from our local HomeSense. Then a pre-order came in. Tea You at the Altar, Rebecca Thorne's third book in the tea cozy fantasy series that she wrote. Excited about that one. Auto by Author had a book come out, and I was waiting to pick it up because I kind of wanted the paperback, and then I remembered that all of my books are hardcover. So I went out with a friend of mine for coffee, and they had the hardcover. So I bought the hardcover. I could have waited, but this copy is a signed copy, which means we owned it. So I got The Bones Beneath My Skin by T.J. Klune. T.J. Klune writes The House on the Cerulean Sea. If you have not read that book yet, it's amazing. Found family, fantasy, low stakes, fantastic. Love it. Then I found at a used bookstore that I went to with a friend of mine, The House of Gucci. Now, they did make a movie out of this that I believe Lady Gaga was the lead in. So I'm excited to read the book and then maybe watch Lady Gaga's adaptation of The House of Gucci. And it was like $10 at a used bookstore. Sounded right up my alley. Picked this one up. Next up was an auto by author for me. And they didn't get very many in stock at my local bookstore when it came out. So I went there day of when it opened. It says there were going to be 6 copies. By the time I got there were only 2 copies left. And I got one. And that is First Time Caller by B.K. Borson. B.K. Borson is now an auto by author. She wrote Love Light Farms. Just absolutely ate that little romance book up. This is not set in the same town as Love Light Farms. This one is about a lady who calls in for her mother or something about dating advice and then ends up getting intertwined with this radio personality. And he's kind of given up on love. Or has he? Then we have another auto buy. Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. A lot of these were pre-orders for my most anticipated. Deep End follows 2 swimmers. It's a romance. Love the water type looking pages. Looks like a swimming pool. It's got the drips on the front. We love books that add a little bit of texture. Fantastic. Also, while out with my friend Kim at Bookshelf Bunny at the used bookstore, we picked up a Ruth Ware book. A Ruth Ware book that I do not yet have, nor have I heard of. And it is called The Lying Game, and it looks like it's set on a beach with like a fishnet buried in it or something, and I am here for this. It says, fantastic read, fog and shroud cruise ship, twisty puzzle of murder mystery reminiscent of Agatha Christie. Say less. It's Ruth Ware. It's going to be twisty. It's probably going to have an unreliable narrator of sorts, or one of the characters will be unreliable, and I am here for this. This looks really, really good. Love me some Ruth Ware, especially in the summertime. I wish this was on my cart, but I hadn't done my haul yet because I had to pick a thriller, and I would have picked this one, but alas, it was not on the option. Then also from the used bookstore when I went out with my friend Kim, I found the first in a series, and it's a cozy mystery series set around the Queen. The Windsor Knot. It's the Queen. There's her corgis. And she solves mysteries in her downtime because she's bored. So she checks out like what's happened. There's a murder or something happens close to her. So she delves in and tries to be the sleuth. The next three I got are for me for personal development. And two of them are by Sarah Knight, like a national bestseller. And the first one is Calm the Fuck Down. Pardon my French. And it says how to control what you can and accept what you can't so you can stop freaking out and get on with life. Need this in my life right now. So, check. Then I got her Get Your Shit Together. And it says how to stop worrying about what you should do so you can finish what you need to do and start doing what you want to do. And finally, the last self-helpy type of book I got needs no introduction because everybody and their dog has picked up this book this year. And it is Mel Robbins' The Let Them Theory. Love the cover on this. It's like all scratchy. So I'm going to start these this week. It's time for some personal development and apply for some jobs because if you've been following my layoff diaries, I am on the hunt. I've applied for some. And I'm hoping to hear from some of them and maybe get interviews and start getting my foot in the interview game. But I think that these books will really help me. I also need to focus on my health because I have my emotional state. I emotionally eat. And then I worry about what people think about me and my size and my clothes. And it's time to focus on up here. These books are going to help. And I'm going to get more into focusing on me. Now, we were just in Toronto and I picked up 3 books for myself. The first 2 I got from local independent bookstores. The first one I got from Type. It's an independent bookstore in Toronto. If you've never been, it's fantastic. I highly recommend. And I saw this because you guys, if you know me, I am hardcore right now into Vanderpump Rules. I love Real Housewives. The Vanderpump is chef's kiss. Give me a cocktail at the end of the night and Vanderpump in. And my friend has now told me about Summer House, so now I'm even more invested in these Bravo shows. I just need to do some reading, actually. But I saw this. The cover's phenomenal. The colors are fantastic. And the title caught my eye. The Real Dead Housewives of New Jersey. And the cocktail has like, instead of an olive, it's got like a skull on a pick in it. Love this. I'm so excited to read this. It says, on this season of Golden State Goddess, getting canceled means getting killed. And so someone ends up dead, and I think it's one of the lead characters, and the producer has to figure out what happened and what not before it means the end of this show, I think is what the premise is. But I'm here for this. This is like a cozy mystery set around a reality TV series. So I snap purchased that one, obviously, from the local bookstore. And then I went to a second independent bookstore, and this one was called Flying Books of Neverland. And how adorable. They also sell wine and coffee there. So the Peter Pantry area of the store is all their wine selections. It's super neat. It's super tiny, very teeny, but awesome. And I got this book I've heard about a number of times, and it just seemed interesting. And it is based on a true story of the Kankatsu killer in Japan, and how she was like a recipe personality and developed recipes and etc. and like killed off men, and then she's in jail and she won't give interviews. But this lady journalist writes her and asks for a recipe and she obliges, and then they start to become friends. But there's more, and I am here for it. It is a translated work. It says it's a novel about food and murder, and that is Butter by Asako Yuzaki. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. I do not speak Japanese, so I may be butchering your name, and I apologize, but this book sounds phenomenal, and I am here for it, and I cannot wait. This sounds really, really good. So that's going to go on my TBR card, I think, real soon. My husband actually also wants to read it. I love anything that's like set around a true story, especially like murder and intrigue. And Butter, because I love Butter. Should love it less, but I don't. And finally, I was at one of the Indigos. I believe the one on Bloor Street, I bought 2 books for my father, not for me. And then the other Indigo I was at, it was stunning. I think this one actually came from Bloor Street also. Or it may have come from... no, this one came from Bloor Street also. My shirt came from the other Indigo. It's got this little book guy on it, and it says, "Ask me what I'm reading," on the back with a bigger picture of him. So, this book, I was in the romance section. I ran into Cassandra, I believe her name is. Cassandra, if you're watching, it was nice to meet you. And she recommended a book that she just finished, and I have heard about it, but I haven't heard a lot about it. She said it's romance and thriller and fast-paced and kept her going. And that sounds right up my alley. I recommended her Butcher and Blackbird because she had never read that or heard of it, and it spiked her interest. And then she was there looking for another book that I recently picked up, and it is over here, Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. This is like set around someone who follows someone who does OnlyFans, but with like a mask on, etc. And apparently it's funny, it's dark, but then he's also stalking one of the people who watches him. And that just sounds fantastic. She was looking for this book, and I told her about it, getting recommended this book by a local retailer in my, like an independent romance bookstore, Pages of Passion, in my city. And I told her about getting recommended this book, and she was like, "That's the one I came here to find." I'm like, "Perfect. Have you read Butcher and Blackbird?" She has not. So she grabbed Butcher and Blackbird and Lights Out, and I picked up the one that she told me about, and that's Haunting Adeline. I know not much about this. The back sounds very intriguing, and it says it's a cat and mouse duet. I've never read anything like this. I'm here for it, and I picked it up. It's a chunky book. Chunky monkey, this one. It's about 600 pages, and there's more than one. This is book 1, and I am here for it. Look at this, the cover. It's stunning. Can't wait to get into that one. Thank you so much, Sandra, for your recommendation, and I will be picking that up hopefully soon. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you all soon with a new video, possibly my book haul for my birthday or my birthday vlog, but you'll just have to wait and find out. Hit that notification bell icon and you will see when I post it. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day, evening, or night, wherever you may be.